Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Gaming Gryphon. This is our Blockception FTB series, and I have been busy. Mostly on the realm of bees, but I did do a little bit of prep work for another situation. But why don't I catch you up with where I am first? I got, well actually, another 10 bees, different species, and I managed to get them pure. So let's see, we got a barren, a frigid, a river, an icy, an ocean, a hardy, a tolerant. I think that's pure. Let me make sure she's the one I think she is. I tried to breed, but I forgot that she's one of those ones that only produces one kid. But yeah, she's pure. And he should be too. I ran them through just as a normal. But yeah, I have to go tinkering with their genome a little bit here, because that one kid doesn't help me a lot. But anyway, so hardy, tolerant, a stained, an absolute, and a glacial. So it was a fairly productive bee breeding session. I've been starting to get the hang of it. Like, for example, one of the big things I've been doing is working with Rockies. And I've got her producing 4 kids at a shot. I don't have it down to where she's producing 4 of the same kids, but she's producing 4 kids anyway. I guess she'll be in the... you know what? She can stay there. She's important. Other than that, I mean, I've been getting the royal... this is just some Imperials going through, and I've just been running them through for the royal jelly. I'm running them through. I'm trying for... I think there's another species to be had there, but... yeah, at the moment I'm kind of casting around for what I can breed. It's interesting, but I figure I got another 10 safely in the can, as it were. Actually, I'll do that on my own time. You may also have noticed slight changes to the area. I was running with so many stupid drones that I did not need. It was just getting silly, so I made a little tank so that I could turn a few of them into DNA. And we'll see how it goes. We may get back here and try to use some of this DNA, but I have a feeling we won't have time. We'll see. Because we're actually going to detour back to the tree. Yeah, I know we haven't really done any work in here, but there's something I very specifically want to do in here. Hopefully it won't take too long. I did a lot of the legwork ahead of time, but we'll have to see how it goes. So... well, this was decoration. I don't know if mossy is how it's gonna stay. I like it better than, like, the mix of wood and stone I had, but I don't know if this is perfect. I kind of like it. I don't know. But actually, here, this is a good example. It's not that this system, doesn't work. Like, it's purely that it's not processing cactus. It has mulch, it has things to process. And this is just with the cactus farm running, by the way. This is... yeah, that's just the cactus farm. Sugarcane farm isn't even in this. I turned it off. But the problem is, I think it's truly full. I mean, it can't produce anymore because there's nowhere for it to go. The pipes are full. Everything is full. The more astute of you may have noticed, why Gryphon? There's this whole shiny new tank. And there's even this lovely little walkway between this new tank and... yes, I know, I'm being very, very obvious. I went through and did a bit of groundwork, as you may see. I made myself another energy cell, made myself some energy conduits, biogas engine, and some redstone engines. So, as you may have guessed, we're going to do something down here. I don't think I'm... okay, let me put it another way. Some of the things that I'm starting to do are going to require a lot more power than what a typical biogas engine will put out. So, we're going to move this up into the next phase, which from biomass, you want to go to biofuel. Here, I can show you. This stuff right here, biofuel, is what we're hoping for. And it can get used in a biogenerator, which puts out a lot more juice. Here, yeah. If you see it down at the bottom, it'll put out 32 KEU for every bucket. At 16 EU per tick, yeah. So we're going to start moving into the biogenerators. In order to do that, we need to start making biofuel. because biomass is just, yeah, I mean, it could go in a generator, but if you see, it's only 8K. So we're gonna, and since we have far too, like, we're just producing more than my system can handle, which I did not understand that I was apparently overbuilding this system by a lot. This is just the cactus farm. I mean, I rigged this up so that pretty much everything goes in here. And there are other things I can do, but I think this is a good way to go, at least for now. So, how are we gonna roll with this? Well, first off, we're going to do that. And I have some cobblestone waterproof. Okay, that's pretty good. So we will plunk down a biogas engine. Chunk. That should work nicely. Oh, now I will need some lava. Actually, if I'm right, well, I hope. Oh, I bet you I can't because I was. Bother. I was using this, and I used to have lava going through here from the magma crucible, but unfortunately, I had to change that over to redstone in order to make another energy cell. But fear not. I've kind of been using this as this pond here as a ghetto holding tank. Whenever I have spare lava, I throw it in here, so I've been slowly refilling it, but zonk and zonk. We'll take 2. Sorry, I totally forgot I'd been having redstone in there instead of, lava, which I could go and grab. A magma crucible is not super easy or super efficient, but you know what? Sometimes it is very handy just being able to go in and grab all of that nice shiny lava if you just need like a bucket or so. So we will chunk that in there and chunk that in there. And then part 2 comes with a redstone engine. I went ahead and just made 3. So we will plunk. And I made some levers. Yes, I did. I was super prepared. At least I tried to be anyway. So, lava, no fuel. Let's fix that. And this should hopefully start pulling biomass out here. Unless I am terribly mistaken. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. I remember now. It has to be... I did this before. This is why this is down here. Okay. We can deal. I just, again, I totally forgot. Not a big deal. Zoot. Ah, I love the chainsaw. I forgot, and in case you folks forgot too, in order to pull something out of these pipes, you have to be below a certain level, and I had just flat out completely forgotten that. So let's see what we can do here, shall we? I think that's correct. Bah. Nope, I did that wrong. Oh well. Forgive the piping, I know it's a little tedious, but it's gotta happen, I'm sad to say. There we go, okay. So then... zonk. Nah, I didn't think I'd be that lucky. Would have been cool, but... didn't think I'd be that lucky. Although, you know what, there are worse things than... oh, for the love of... there we go. So, hopefully this will start... yeah, there we go. Okay. Next up, we have the redstone energy cell. And I'm just going to set this up so it can actually start charging. Gonna grab the conduits. Okay, yeah, that should work. And... oh! I can use this lever here. Do I want... you know what? I don't think it's necessary, but I'm going to do it for the sake of paranoia. Oh, for the love of... just because I don't want it directly... I don't think a lever does anything to a tank, but rather not find out the hard way. There we go. Okay. So now, yep, this should be charging. Excellent. Okay, now what's stage 2, you may ask? Stage 2 is all of these I've built on camera for you before, so I saw no reason to have you folks here for this. But there is some new things to be made. And what we're going to make are some stills. Oh, okay, I should have... Alright, well, we'll start. I need some sturdy casings. Yeah, I know you've seen me make these. Bear with me here, folks. And... tin. Where's my tin? There we go. Oops. That is not nearly as much as I was hoping for. Bother, do I have any more copper? Oh, now that could be a problem. That could be a smidge of a problem, couldn't it? I hope I'm not out. That would suck. Oh, I bet you I'm out of copper. Tell you what, folks, I will be right back. I'm going to go search through various furnaces and all those shiny things to see if I happen to have any copper somewhere, anywhere. And be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. A little scrounging, a little tiny bit of tunneling with the turtle, and I managed to scrape up enough for... Actually, there's a few more cooking, but I've got enough for 2 sturdy casings. So, I thought 2 stills would do the trick nicely. Alrighty, so... let's see here. Question is, how do I want to do this? Because, I mean, this is a little bit cramped. Oh, you know what? We'll see how this works. And let's just get one of these up and running. So that should hopefully get what we need. Now, what I understand about stills is they work very, very slowly. Like, very slowly. So that's going to be a bit of a trick. Not the end of the world, but a bit of a trick. And that's kind of why I wanted to get one up and running, or at least, you know, get a few of them up and running. Was mostly so that... we could just leave them run and they could slowly fill up... There's the biomass. Empty tanks with a pipette? Yeah, whatever, no. So it's filling up there. So hopefully it should be ready to rock and roll. Does it need water or anything? I don't think so. I mean, I thought these were kind of plug and play. I mean, it should have juice, it should have what it needs to convert. So we will hope real hard. Oops, that's not what I wanted to put down. We will throw the other still down here. Might not be the most elegant system, I'm not going to argue. And I may very well clean this up when I don't have you folks sitting and waiting here. I just want to see if this might be effective. Oops, no, that's not what I need. Zonk. Yeah, I'll definitely... yeah, this is going to be very ugly. I will clean this up on my own time. But no need to make you folks sit and wait for that. This is just... does the system work? And the question is, does it work? I am not sure just yet. So hopefully that will let it pull. If it manages to function here, And I'm hoping it can pull it out the front. That's a question mark I don't have an answer to yet. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Oops. I'm gonna need... Well, I'm gonna need some glass first. Actually, no. I can just... yoink. And... yoink. Haha. There we go. Okay. So, if I understand how stills work correctly, and that's still a question mark, this should start making biofuel out of the biomass. I'm not getting a happy feeling about that, though. I wouldn't have said it needed lava. I knew it needed power. Oops, well, yeah, it needs power, and that one doesn't have power, so let's get it rigged up. Empty tanks. Oh, hello. Okay, this one looks like it's doing something. Is this one? This one's not. Oh, no, that's interesting. I wonder why it's not. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a first-class idiot. Oops, that's not right. Okay, okay, it was just me being... Oh, hey, look, I bet you this is going to start doing something in the nearest future. Although... Oh, oops, oh well. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Ah, I keep shift-clicking. Oh, because I'm trying to... No. Okay, hang on. Wiring. I hate it so sometimes. Well, that's kind of weird. Hopefully that doesn't explode. Ugh. Okay. Now we're cooking here. Okay. And... we should be... Yep. We have biofuel. Oh, which means I need to get... like so. And man, this is the ugliest system ever. I will clean it up, but... let's just get it working. Well, it appears to be. I mean, this one's running straight out of the... Yeah, I know, it's ugly. Forgive me, folks. I'm experimenting with the system and seeing if I can get it going. It looks like we are gold. And I mean, just here we've produced almost 1,000. So when it said slow, it was relative. That's not an unforgivable... Yeah, okay, that'll keep it busy. And you know what the sad part is? We have not yet taken anything out of this tank. I mean, it's running the biogas engine here. It's... yeah. And we still haven't even taken a chunk out of this yet. So, yeah, we need to get this... we need to get this working. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So we'll... you know what? I will be right back yet again. I'm going to clean this whole system up and show you it fully operational. Usually I wait until next time, but you know what? You folks deserve to actually see this without the disaster that it is currently now. So, be right back one more time. There we go. Doesn't that look a lot nicer? Just cleaned it up. I did the one thing... oops. Sorry about that. Have another view. I modified things... I just cleaned it up, honestly. The most dramatic change, I would guess you would say, I put it down to one iron gauge, or like iron tank valve. Just, it was easier instead of having one over here and one over here, which works for certain things, but just wasn't working for this one. And, you know, it might change, but in case you don't recall, you can modify a tank that's in use, just the center bottom iron tank wall, as long as you don't get rid of that one, it will remember how much it had. So I didn't lose any of the biofuel. So no big deal there. I just modified it so it only has one tank valve, and then I just cleaned it up. I moved the engine so that it came straight off and piped it for off the sides. Saved myself some wire that way. It cleaned up very nicely. Redstone engine's pumping in. I put an iron tank, a waterproof iron pipe here, just to keep it so that they wouldn't pump into each other and go back and forth. It just cleans it up and makes the system a little bit more efficient. No big deal there. Just some general cleanup. And the nice thing is this is easily extended, because I could put another 2 fermenters on this side and have them going in, and the most tedious thing would be running the wire up and over. That would be about it. So it would be very easy to extend this system if I need to. I mean, it is creating quite a bit of biofuel relatively quickly. And I mean, if we look over here, alright, we're finally starting to take a chunk out of it, and that's running all of the engines I have for the tree and everything. So we'll see how quickly it drains the tank here and go from there. If I want to set it up that it has another 4 stills going, I could do that. Although I'd have to set up one biogas engine. Can't even run both of these, I don't think. Yeah, this thing's probably... Yeah, this thing's... I swear I heard an Enderman. That does not make me happy. Anyway. So, I might tinker with this, but I would have to put another... Probably like 1 or 2 more biogas engines feeding into this redstone energy cell. We'll see if I do. I probably won't do that on camera even if I do. So, that gets this refinery set up. This still, which means hopefully all of this nice shiny cactus should be getting used. Which, let's see here. Alright, so, yeah, okay. I'll have to flip the mulch on for a little while one of these days, but it should be good for now. So, yeah, I shouldn't have cactus running. It should actually be getting used now. That makes me happy. Very, very happy. Oh, are you serious? How did you even get in here? The better question is, how do I want to deal with you? Well, folks, it was nice knowing you. I bet you this doesn't even have enough juice to do it. In the event of a backup weapon being needed. Hey, you. You're ugly. Your mama dresses you funny. I should probably fill that in, shouldn't I? Yeah. Ah, suck it. Suck chainsaw, evildoer. Hey, where'd you go? Jerkwad. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh well. He was irritating. I didn't feel like dealing with him. So, Enderman aside. You know what? I have an idea for what I want to do. I'd like to make an isolator. And this is back to bee stuff. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, TTH got... Congrats. You know what? We could probably make the machine. So, let's see here. I'm going to need as much bronze as I can get my grubby little hands on, and I'm going to have to hope it's enough. That won't be, but... I don't even know what heroic bees do. I have not gotten any of them yet myself, so... They attack hostile mobs. Oh, so heroic bees attack hostile mobs around the hive. Oh, that is awesome. Well, TTH answered the question for me, so there you go. That is apparently what heroic bees do. That is actually pretty badass. I approve. Oops, that's glass. That's glass. There we go. We'll cook this copper. You know what? We're gonna call it here. I will do the isolator next episode. That's a very long and tedious build that I'm probably gonna try and get some of the components for, or, you know what? I might just do this off and you'll come back and we'll start tinkering with the machine. That's probably what I'll do, because it's just building, and I have most of the ingredients. You've seen me put pretty much everything together except the isolator itself, so yeah. Maybe I'll come back and we'll put the isolator together and try and figure it out together, but I think I'll do that on my own time. For now, we'll call it a successful episode. We're working on the biofuel, which means I can hopefully get biogenerators up and running in the relatively near future. And we can hopefully no longer have a surplus of the biomass, so much so that they can't make any more upstairs. So I'm gonna call it a successful episode. For now, that's it. This is the Gaming Gryphon, signing off.